Hello everyone, welcome to LifeGuruTalks. I am Guru Prasad and today we are going to talk about GMAT, GRE and other standardized test waivers given by top universities of the world. Friends, many of you would be aware about top universities giving standardized test waivers, universities such as MIT, Kellogg, Michigan and Rotterdam. And we have been getting calls from students regarding this decision of top universities. Students are asking us, should they still take GMAT GRE? How taking test waivers would affect the application outcome for the students? Friends, to help you in this decision, we have come up with a framework. And before we understand the framework, we need to have a context regarding these test waivers. I'm going to explain that context in 6 points. And after 6 points, at the end of the video, I'm going to share that framework with you, which is going to help you in decision making regarding test waivers. The first point we need to understand is why top universities are giving you test waivers. Friends, let me tell you, top universities take pride in their low selection rates. Now, what is a selection rate? Selection rates are number of students admitted in a course divided by total number of applications received for that course multiplied by 100. Now, if due to COVID, if number of applications go down for a course, then selection rate would go up. And right enough, after giving test waivers in the specific courses, some universities saw 54% rise in the applications as compared to last year. The next thing we need to keep in mind is the modus operandi of admission officer. Friends, an admission officer screens through thousands of applications in one season, and to do that he or she has a checklist. And GMAT, GRE and other standardized tests are important part of that checklist because these tests tells a lot about your verbal skills and your quant abilities. Now, if you are not providing that information to your admission officer, then your admission officer has to dig deeper into the application and have to work extra. And friends, let me tell you, some employees do not like to work extra. Your admission officer could be one. Friends, your application is very special for you, but for an admission officer, it's just another application. Remember, admission officer is just an employee of that university, and for him or her it's just another job. So we need to provide information regarding our application in such a way that it becomes easier for admission officer to decide in our favor. Also friends, there would be a considerable percentage of students who would not be taking these test waivers because the first thing students do is take these standardized tests before they apply to universities. And if you have availed the waiver, then in your case, admission officer has to work harder and has to work extra. The third thing we need to focus on is our own profile. Friends, before you decide on taking GMAT, GRE waivers, you need to evaluate your own profile. Do you have verbal and quant abilities to show in your mark sheets? Friends, let me tell you, top universities are very particular about their image and branding. So, while evaluating your profile, they look at a lot of things, such as would you be able to survive the course you are going to, or how you going to add to discussion and diversity of the course, and will you be able to get employment after the course. And friends, universities would get what they need. You have to see what reasons you can give to the university to select you. The fourth thing you need to understand is the course content of your targeted course. Friends, somehow, even if you get admission into a targeted course and in your desired university, and later if you find yourself struggling with that course content, then you would end up wasting your money and time. And this would also hamper your future employment. Friends, if the course content of your targeted group is more of quant related, then taking GMAT GRE would help you in that course once you join the university. Friends, let me tell you, it's easy to get into top universities, but hard to perform well in those courses you are going to join, because you have to do a lot of work in your research, your publications, your extracurricular activities, and there are different types of assignments, projects. So you have a lot of work to do. So before you join your university, work on your basics first. The fifth thing you need to understand is competition to a targeted course. Friends, if average GPA score of students studying in your targeted course is 3.5 out of 4 and your GPA is less than that average score, and also if you do not have verbal and quant abilities to show in your mark sheet, then GMAT, GRE and other standardized tests is an opportunity for you to showcase your quant skills and cover up for the less GPA you have. Do not lose that opportunity. The sixth thing we need to understand is benefits of GMAT, GRE. Friends, if you are going to join your desired university after a gap of few years, then maybe you are out of practice of your quant skills and your verbal skills. Preparing for GMAT and GRE would help you prepare for your upcoming course in the university, where you have to study and where you have to sit and study for a long time. Also, these waivers may not be around for the next year, and if you are forced to reapply next year, then GMAT GRE scores are eligible for 5 years. Now friends, let me share with you the framework which can help you in decision regarding your GMAT GRE and other standardized test waivers. Friends, this framework has 8 questions and the answer has to be given in yes and no. The first question is, what is the selection rate of your university on your targeted course? Is it less than 25%? Yes and no. Does your university figure in top 50 universities of the world in that subject area you are going to pursue? Yes and no. Friends, the third question is, does your targeted course contain quant related topic? And what is the percentage of that topic? Is it more than 10%? Yes or no. The fourth question is, does your previous courses contain quant related topics in your mark sheet, or is that figure less than 10%? Yes or no. The fifth question is, do you have a GPA which is less than average GPA of the student studying in your targeting course? Yes and no. The sixth question is, do you have 1 or more years of gap between your last course and the next course you are going to pursue? The seventh question is your university providing you a blanket waiver or case-to-case basis waiver? Let me explain a bit here that there are some universities which are providing waivers to students on case-to-case basis. That gives students an opportunity to showcase their quant skills and answer any question university is going to have. But in a blanket waiver, universities do not ask you cross questions. It's your decision, you want to share your scores or not. So, is your university giving you a blanket waiver? Yes and no. The eighth question is, in last 6-8 months, have you pursued any course which have quant related topics? And if that course is ready to give you a verifiable document about your performance in that course? Yes and no. Now, how to evaluate this framework? Friends, if in first 7 questions your answer to 4 or more questions is yes, and in the 8th question your answer is no, then you should take GMAT and GRE instead, and you should not take any standardized test waivers. It might work against you. And still, if you are unable to decide on your university application strategy, you can contact us directly on LifeGuruTalks@gmail.com for your free consultation on university application strategy. Friends, please share this video with your friends and families. This might help them in their university application. Please do subscribe to Life Guru Talks and stay tuned for further updates. Thank you.